Alright, so here we are. I'm controlling my PlayStation 4 wirelessly over a network through the PlayStation Vita. Now, one nice thing is like everything in this interface is designed to work also with the Vita. So, like PSP games, there were a couple that would work with the PS3, like Lair and some of the downloadable titles. But that's one thing, stipulation, that when they designed the PlayStation 4, that they wanted everything to be fully compatible with the Vita, so you can run each of the games, albeit at a lower resolution. This isn't a 1080p screen, it's in 720. It's more like 540p, 580, so it's like half, but it still looks better than what most systems can produce. So I've started Dead Nation here. It's one of the PlayStation Plus, also freebie games. But the fact that this connection can work over your home network obviously is the best option because it's a direct connection to your system, or over the internet, so you can go to a Wi-Fi hotspot if your PlayStation 4 is on at home. You can actually connect to it and play games that way too. Although what's nice also, unlike the PlayStation Portable, even though it doesn't have the L2 and R2, you can use the touchscreen, either front or the touchpad on the back. As you can see, there's 4 quadrants that can represent each of the buttons if you want to program it to pushing those features. So let's see, start probably work. Yeah, not co-op. No. Okay, so I can continue the campaign, and there's like no lag whatsoever. It was just really quite impressive, the fact that they're able to get this kind of connection. I haven't tried it personally on like other networks because I'm not really often typically away from home, at least with the Vita, because the Vita only has like 3 to 5 hour battery life. So that's kind of disappointing if you're trying to play games in depth. I can do, yeah, automatically represents that. So you have one stick to aim and the other stick to move, and then L1 fires or R1 fires, and L1 throws grenades or other projectiles. And of course, it's kind of hard to play on the stand because I need access to the back touch panel. Oh dear, I don't want to throw that. No. Reload. Anyways, I can also pause. Let's see. Home button also gives me these options, so I can share if I was using the PlayStation 4 system, but if I want to just push the button and go back out and go back to the live area screen. That's what they call the interface. Instead of the cross media bar, they call this the live area screen, and so I can close out of that. Here's what a PSP game looks like on the Vita. It works similar kind of way as to everything else. Overall, I really do enjoy the system. I wish the memory prices were cheaper. If it could be down to $50 or $60 for a 32 gig, as it stands now, that's for a 16 gig, and it's just not really enough space. Also, the new models include 1 gigabyte of internal storage. This has none. So if you don't get a memory card, it doesn't even come with a memory card. If you want to save, if you want to do anything, get updates, you have to buy a memory card separately. I think there are new bundles and new models and stuff that do come at least with an 8 gig memory card. So I can load up game save of PSP game, and it doesn't really increase the resolution. It looks as it normally does, and this is just the PSP version of Soul Calibur. And I haven't even played this in ages, so whatever it does. Yeah. Still looks pretty good, even for a PSP game, though. I'm still kind of, I guess, waiting for some. The Vita has a lot of the same kind of problems that the 3DS did early on, in that there's not a whole lot of games available for it. And of course, it's this cycle of there's not a whole lot of games because developers are waiting for the install base to grow before they make games for it. Of course, the install base won't grow if there aren't games people want to play. So there's this cycle of how do you make the install base grow without alienating people and causing more problems. So anyways, that's how PSP games work. There's also PS Minis. This is my favorite, the 2D Adventures of Rotating Octopus. And it's probably checking online to make sure I still... Okay, yeah. So this is another one I received on PlayStation Plus. And if you don't renew your subscription to PlayStation Plus, it will say you can't play your game. But I have it for like a couple years backed up, fortunately. So as long as you have an internet connection, you can see what's going on. So these work on the PSP as well. They work on the PS3. So and also have features for PlayStation Mobile. If you have a Sony tablet or other device, you can play these kind of games. Oh, that was close. Anyways, the idea is you're a rotating octopus, and you only pretty much control left or right, and when you jump. Those are the only controls. And so the idea is to find all of these, and you have to jump from platform to platform to find all your little octopi buddies. It's adorable and addictive. I can just switch direction there, and it kind of points out where some of them are, too. Oh, well. Anyways, that's how that game works. See, the welcome park kind of also shows some general options on it. It describes how the camera works and how it's supposed to have facial recognition and object recognition. So you have certain objects in certain colors and so on. There's also, let's see. So it's touch-based game, so you can actually practice sliding different things. There's a sound-based game, so you can record various soundtracks and loop sounds together. It has the 6-axis, the same features as the PlayStation 3 and PS4 controllers, so you can tilt any which way and the device will recognize it. If I go to... There's also a snap puzzle thing too. So it's just basically, the kind of like the Wii U has its proprietary controller, that it has these features that it needs to describe to people because they are not exactly intuitive for someone who hasn't dealt with it before. The content manager is how you transfer items between the Vita and PC or PS3 or PS4 or whatever device you have Vita devices, Vita apps or games or whatever installed on. And if you want to transfer movies, music, any kind of other media or multimedia, you have to do it through that app. And there's also a software available on Mac or Windows that allows you to do the same thing. And there's also YouTube and this PS3 remote play. If you want to connect to the PS3, it has the same limited features. It's basically like running the PSP version. There's nothing new or enhanced about that. Near is a feature that pretty much the only reason, if you have GPS, why that might be of any use, but not that many people use it. I have seen some people walking around recording things with the back camera as if they were holding their smartphone, and I'm saying, I'll just put this out there, please stop. It's a 0.3 megapixel camera, it's 640 by 480 resolution. I would rather you hold up a 10-inch iPad, like something big honking thing like this tablet, with a camera on the back, because those have better cameras. Even if you're blocking the person behind you, you at least get a shot that's worth looking at, because this one, I mean, if you don't believe me, I'll just go to it, because, where is it? Photos. Should be able to take me to camera. Here we go. So if I show the camera, it is grainy, cruddy, terrible, about the same as it is on the 3DS, and I don't care if you think like the 3DS is gonna be any better. Oh, there's me, there's my phone. So I'm recording it. Surprise. Actually recording in 720p, recording something that's showing something in 480p. It's embarrassing. Please do not do that, whatever you do. There's also notifications here as well, so you can see where you got trophies or messages. They show up the same way you're logged into the same account as you are on the PS3 or PS4. So you have all the same features, or even PSP. If you got any like PSP games through PlayStation Plus or whatever downloadable media available, you can do that too. So that's cool. There's also party chat, multiplayer friends. You email. I don't know why you want to look at your email. The web browser is actually surprisingly good. So So I go into that a little bit. It actually shows it's got the multi-touch, unlike this thing. You can squeeze in, look at YouTube videos. It'll take you to the YouTube app, and there's all kinds of other apps available as well. The fact that you can actually organize things into folders like this, I think it's pretty good. I think the system, I'm really impressed by it, and it's got a lot of options. It's got a lot of potential, and there's also these games too. Cliff diving is one that uses the augmented reality cards that are included. If you've seen the same ones that are on the 3DS, they also have cards that if you put in front of it, it would be kind of hard to film because of having to point the camera of this at the card and pointing the camera of my phone at the screen. But if you've seen augmented reality games, you know what it's like. Okay, anyways, like, comment, subscribe. If you want me to do more videos on PlayStation Vita or other portable products, let me know in the comments.